host things tonight. And man, it's an honor and a privilege to be here. What a cool thing that we get to be a part of. But first thing I want to do before we get into any of the other crazy stuff is I'm a student pastor, so I like to have fun. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun up front. And I got a question. As you see, we have a bunch of chalk corn up here, and this is not for me. I love this stuff, but this is not for me. But what I want to do is give some of this away. So I want to give it to some specific people in the room. And the first two people I want to give this to, if you have never, now listen, as soon as I see a hand go up, I'm coming your way with this, all right? If you have never had chalk corn before ever in your life, let me see your hand. Boom, right there. I don't want to hit somebody. It's going over the head. Oh, yep, right there. Boom, right there. All right. One more. If you have never had chalk corn, right there. Boom, right there. Now we're moving. All right. Now I got another group of people I want to ask. Because listen, this stuff is very addicting. All right, very, very addicting stuff. So if you would like to say to yourself, you said, you know what, I've had some good things at the special needs and treats, but you know, chalk corn is my absolute favorite thing to eat. Let me see your hand in the air. Oh my goodness, come on. Right there, it's coming that way. Hopefully I don't burn the place down. I got one right here. And all right, listen, this is kind of unfair because like I see 1,000 hands up, all right? So I want to know somebody that's like really, really wants this back. I want to know like, she's coming right here. Let's give her a hand, let's go. And I'm tossing it. That's what I'm talking about. That's the enthusiasm we want all night long. Thank you. That was amazing. So good. Well, hey, I'm Spencer. I'm happy to be here. But tonight, before we get things going, I'm going to give you some general housekeeping, not necessarily house rules. Like we have house rules, but they're not like super house rules because it's a Gala-Q, right? I mean, some of us are completely overdressed like myself, which I very much appreciate. Michael, thank you for that. So, but real quick, house rules before we bless the food, before we get into it. How many of you guys are hungry? Okay, this is good. Not as many hands as I thought. How many of you guys are hungry? Like really hungry? Okay, this is good. Excellent. All right. So as you see, the food is in the middle. And if you're on this half of the room, you're going to go on this side. If you're on this half of the room, you're going to go on this side. Yeah, Sean's got it right there. Come on. And the food starts at the back and work your way towards the front. So in just a few minutes, Jonathan's going to come up. He's going to bless the food. And after that, I'll dismiss some tables kind of just periodically. We're going to have a little bit of fun. But before we do that, and also super big reminder, the trash cans are in the back of the room. There's a couple over there. I believe there's one or two over there as well. So please feel free at any point in time to throw your trash away so that we are not cleaning it up all night. So that would be awesome. Cool. So let me do this real quick before we get into, again, too much craziness. So it's a gala, and of course we're here to raise some money. We're here to have some fun as the night goes on, but we're also here to give some stuff away because that's fun. And I'm in student ministry, and I love to give stuff away. So I wanna have some fun real quick before we get into it. I'm gonna give a couple things away. And people are, oh, look at that. Look at all these people coming in. They're like, they're giveaways? Their giveaways are flooding in now. They're flooding in. Hey, come on in. I'm gonna wait a minute. I wanna let people get in and get seated and have some fun. You guys that are coming in, I'm sorry you missed the chalk corn. We had some people that really wanted it, and so they got it. So this is it. Y'all come on in. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? If you can hear me, clap once. That's great. That works. It doesn't matter how old you are. I use that in student ministry all the time. It works every time. Watch this. If you can hear me, clap twice. Look at that. It's amazing. Should we do 3 times? Should I say 3 times? Go 3? No, it's like, no, that's enough. All right. All right, so I've got some giveaways. And in order to give these away, I need to know you want these things, okay? And here's what I tell Student World is I say, you know what? If you really want to know what I'm saying, I need you to look at me. All right, here we go. We're quieting down just a tad. I know people are still getting in. This is great. But there's a lot of people in here who are like, listen, I'm just hungry, man. Give me the food. I smell the barbecue. I smell all the good things. Let me just eat, and then I'm going to have all the yummy things in front of me. So All right. So I've got some questions as we get started. And these are $25 gift cards, my friends. There's one to Dick's. And I want to kick off with that real quick because this is a kind of fun one. I know there's people that like to go to sporting goods stores. And I know there's some, are there any golfers in the house? How many golfers do we have in the house? Okay, let's go. How many? Where's the golfers? Raise your hand if you're a golfer. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right. I'm sorry if you're like, oh, I frisbee golf. You know, where's my frisbee people? My disc golf. Disc golf people? Not as popular. Okay, not as popular. Maybe that's a younger crowd. All right. All right, so if you're a golfer in here, I want you to raise your hand. If you golf. If you're a golfer, keep your hand up. If you're a golfer, boom. If you've birdied a hole before, keep your hand up. If you've birdied. You've birdied? That's amazing. Come on. Okay. If you've eagled a hole before, keep your hand up. If you have not, you guys have all eagled a hole? Oh, geez. All right, hole-in-ones. Where's my hole-in-ones? Are you serious? This many? I did not see this coming. How many hole-in-ones do we have? 1, 2, 3? Okay, I don't know what to do here. He still got his hand up. You win right there. All right, let's go. I'm gonna ask you to walk up so I don't have to climb down. But that's it. You know, you keep your hand in the air and you get stuff. That's it right there. Thank you so much. All right. I got 3 more gift cards. These, my friends, these are to Special Needs and Treats. Now, how many of you guys like Special Needs and Treats? Have you heard of this place? They got some cool cakes. Let's go. Okay. These are $25 gift cards I'm about to give away. You don't have to pay a dime for them. I'm just going to give them away. All right. Now I'm going to ask some specific questions to get rid of these because I don't feel like just winging it into the air is fair. So the first question I have is this. And again, the first hand I see up is who this is going to. All right? You ready for this? Well done. If this is your first time at a gala for special needs, throw a hand up. Right here. I saw that one. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. That is for you, ma'am. That's 2 for that table. I'm sorry. I don't know. My peripherals are just on fire tonight. You're welcome for that. All right. All right. Now we're going to get a little more specific. We're going to get a little more specific with Michael and Tempa. All right. You ready for this? Who knows Michael and Tempa like really well? Okay. We're about to see. We're about to see if you know them or not. You ready for this? The first person to throw your hand up, and I love it. You don't even know the question yet. Come on. I expect that from students, not from you guys. All right. The first person to throw your hand up and tell me, what is Michael's middle name? Oh, you guys don't know them at all. I'm about to pocket this. Wait, I got one right there. Right there. Wait, I saw one there. Give me a guess. Give me a guess back here. Anybody? We don't know? Holler it out. What is it? What'd she say? All right, I'm going right here. Okay, this is for you. Well, let's give her a hand. Come on. Impressive. Wait, now how do you know them? Just out of curiosity. She's like, I'm not related to them. I don't know these people. I just know about. All right, I got one more to give away. I got one now. This one, how many of you guys know Michael and Tempa? Okay, raise your hands again. Because I just stumped you big time. Like nobody in the room, except for 3 people knew that. You ready? All right, again, first hand that I see go up, I'm gonna call on. And if you're wrong, you don't get it, obviously. I need the first right answer. All right, how many years have they been married? Right here. Incorrect, but very close. Another guess, right here. Incorrect. What? That's incorrect, but getting closer. Whoa, 37, who said it over here? Come on, let's go. Man, y'all were all around it. That was awesome. It'll be 38 years later this year. Let's give them a hand. Come on, 37 and a half years? Goodness gracious, wowzers. Well, that was really fun. I love doing those things, so we're gonna do more of that in a few minutes. But before we do that, before we get into this, I am gonna, you guys know the deal with the food. I'll dismiss tables in just a moment to get dinner. Before we do that, I'm gonna ask our pastor, Jonathan Howes, wherever he's at, if he'll make his way to the stage, and we're gonna bless the food, bless the night. I'm super excited about this. So let's bless the food so we can eat. Are y'all hungry? Yeah, all right, they are hungry.
Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting Special Needs and Treats. We're huge fans of Michael and Tempa Kohler, and we're so proud of them, and they're fulfilling God's call in their life, and everybody that's involved with special needs. We're honored. So let me pray for us. Thank God for the food. God, we thank you so much for tonight. We thank you for your provision. We thank you for every special need adult who is able to work and find fulfillment in that job. We thank you for Michael and Tempa and all the employees and everybody on the board and everybody who's involved with special needs and treats. And it's an honor for us, God, to be a part of it. God, we know that it brings a smile on your face what these guys are doing. And we just pray, God, for provision. We pray that you would meet all of their needs tonight and this year. And we thank you for the food and pray that you would bless it to the nourishment of our body. We pray it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, so real quick, you guys know the housekeeping. There's the food. If you're on this side, eat that line. This side, eat that line, and go. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I was about to see elbows and black eyes. It was gonna be like a family reunion growing up. That's my dad. After the prayer, he was like, "No. Position yourself here, right here. The line starts here. Just trust me. This is where you want to be." So, but it's not working like that tonight. So, real quick, I'm gonna ask our presenting sponsor and Electrum sponsors if you guys will go ahead and get food first. If you're a presenting or Electrum sponsor, if you will go ahead and stand up, grab some food, and as they're going, I'm gonna have a little bit more fun. Are you guys ready to have some more fun? Yeah. All right, presenting and Electrum sponsors, y'all go get food. What are y'all doing? You know who you are if you're presenting or Electrum. You guys go grab some food, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little bit more fun. So before we get too far into it, as the night goes on, as you're making your way out to the silent auction stuff, which silent auction was pretty cool, I gotta say. There's so many cool things out there, but as we're doing this, I'm gonna run through and just, you'll see there's a program here. I'm gonna walk through this super fast. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it because you have it in front of you, but take a minute, thumb through it. You're gonna see some stuff in there. Specifically, I need to go to my table because I can't do this and hold a mic. That's impossible. I don't know what I was thinking. So you're gonna see in there some stuff about the evening as a whole. The program, the programming, the dinner, kind of how the flow is going to go. You're also going to see some information in there, my friends, that, of course, about special needs, what they do, cakes for kiddos. You're going to see something about that. You're also going to have this cool envelope. This is a gala, so, of course, we're trying to raise some money for an amazing cause. There's an envelope in there for that. And then as you guys flip through, you're going to see some information on the sponsors, these sponsors that partner with special needs. Give that a read. And take a minute, if you do nothing else tonight with this program, take a minute and read their mission. If you're curious, if you're like, I don't know anything about this, or maybe you do, and maybe you need a refresher, take a glance at that mission statement and read through that, because it's amazing, really powerful stuff. Flip through, also their story is in there, a couple pages in. And as you go through, check out, it's kind of cool. How many of you guys like numbers? How many of you guys are my numbers people? Numbers people? Where's my numbers people? Okay, I got like 4. All right, that's good. I am not necessarily a numbers person because they scare me. No, but check out these numbers by the date. This is some really cool facts, information about special needs, my friends, that really speaks to what they do. It really speaks to what they do and to the impact that they're making. So check that stuff out. As you guys are getting food, we're still waiting there. Okay, I'm gonna wait just a minute before I release another table or two. And in just a minute, I'm gonna start some fun that I'm gonna need like your full attention for, because trust me, you're gonna wanna be paying attention. Now, if you have not, if you're in the lobby, if you've noticed you've been in the lobby, you're moseying around that special or the silent auction stuff, I'm just gonna say this once, and you're gonna want to listen. Just be on the lookout for maybe a special like strawberry cupcake that is somewhere out there. Okay, just out there near the entrance, maybe in that general vicinity of the silent auction. There is a strawberry cupcake that you're definitely gonna want to maybe take a look at, inspect just a little bit. Just keep your eyes on it. Maybe go if you're waiting to get food and you're like you're like, you know what, I can wait, but it's worth it to me to check this out. Like you might want to just glance out there. Just keep your ears open because I'll let you know if we're about to do something else fun. But there's a strawberry cupcake out there near the entrance of the silent auction. I'm just saying, take a look at it. It looks like the line is starting to die down a little bit. I know you guys are hungry. Hey, if you're a silver sponsor, you know who you are. If you're a silver sponsor, I'd like you guys to go ahead and hop in line here. Just kind of file in behind them. If you're a silver sponsor, go ahead and hop in the line there. All right, what tables have not gone? What tables have not gone? Oh man, yeah, here we go. All right, tables back there. If you are from right here over this way, why don't y'all go get food? And then from like right here over, y'all go get food. Sorry, tables in the back, middle, I apologize. Blame it on Michael. Michael, wherever he's at. Let's blame him. Not me, it wasn't me. Okay, we have some very exciting news that just happened. Very exciting news. You're gonna wanna listen up for this. Is there somebody with a Twitter handle by the name of Content Creators Lounge in the house right now? It's right here? No way, right here? My friend, do you know what the third most popular cupcake is at Special Needs and Treats? It'd be strawberry, my man. Come on up here and get this right here. Now, if you're wondering how this happened, he found that strawberry cupcake that was near the, hey! And that was the third most popular cupcake currently at Special Needs and Treats. So just chew on that for a minute. $120, $120, I got $110. I'm sorry, what? We got $150 up here. Thank Mr. Maloney, let's go, $150. Can somebody be $150? $150, I'm going $160, $160. Who's gonna be $160? Can somebody, listen people, we're raising money here. Let's go, $160, $160. I got $150 going once, got $150 going. I got $200 on the front row, let's go. Oh my goodness. Now listen, y'all know this is a game. You could only be getting 25 bucks. So if that happens, I'm sorry. All right? I got 200 right here. Who can go 225? Can somebody give me 225 for a gamble? I got 225 right there, Mr. Lackey. I got 225. Let's go. We're going to do this all night. 225, I got 250. Who's going to give me 250? I got 225 going once. I got 225 going twice. I got 250 right here. Let's go. This is so fun. Oh, come on. I got 250 right here. Who's gonna give me 275? 275, 275. I got 250 going once. Was that a hand raised? Was that a hand raised? I got 250 going twice. I got 275 in the back. Let's go, 275. I got 275 to Mr. Lackey. Can we go 300? Can somebody give me 300 for the possibility at getting one of these gift cards? 300. Somebody give me 300. I got 275 going once, 275 going twice. Now, we will have more chances of this, don't worry. 275 sold to Mr. Lackey for 275. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm gonna write your name on this, and I'm gonna write how much it was for. Wait a minute, just kidding. You're gonna come on up here. Come on up here real quick. And here's how we're gonna do this. Y'all see these. Now, who can help me shuffle these? Can somebody just, before we let Chad pick one, can somebody help me shuffle these? Will you help me shuffle these? Let's go. Because they're in order right now. We can't have that. I gotta make this fun, Chad. I gotta make it, okay. That's how I shuffle. This is great. That's like, yes. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Can I get like a drum roll? Are you ready? I gotta put this down. Hold on. Here we go. Make sure we can't see him. All right, here we go. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Going on the end. The price is $25. Let's go. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Do we have time to do one more? Michael, do we got time to do one more of these? He's walking away. I'm gonna do one more. Can we do one more? Because listen, sorry, Chad got the smallest one. Now we're looking at a 50 and a 75 and a 100, okay? So let's start the bidding one more. Do I have to stop? He wasn't happy with that.
He said he paid $375 for a $25 gift card. Auction it again.
Oh, man. Oh, come on. Let's go. Thank you so much. That's amazing. All right, we're going to do this again. Can we do this again? I got 6, y'all, so we got to go quick. We're running out of time because people got to eat. I got to eat. All right, so let's get this. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go. Let's start the bidding at, how about $50? Can somebody give me $50 for one of these? $50 right here. I got 50. Somebody give me 100. Give me 100. Give me 100. I got 50. I got 100 right here. I got 100. Somebody give me 150. Can somebody give me 150? I got 100 going once. I got 100 going twice. Somebody give me 125. Give me 125. Got 125 right here. Got 150 back here. Got 150. Somebody give me 175. 175. Anybody? 175. Somebody. Oh, whoa, I got 2. They're married. How does that work? Does that mean you give us like $700? Sweet. Where are we at? 150, 172. We're at 200 right here. Come on, Maloney family. Let's go. 200. I got 200. Somebody give me 225. Where we at? I got 200 going once. I got 200 going twice. I got it sold right here. Come on. Let's go. Give me a hand. $200. Miss Debbie, will you come up and do the honors and pull one of these for me? All right. I need a drum roll. They're still shuffled. Which one's it gonna be? The price is, oh, she got 2. She's picking that one and is the $50. We have one of the $50. Well done. All right, if you will, and how this works, if you will take that and get with the donation spot out there and just, yep. Do you need me to write it? You know what you bid for it, so there you go, perfect. All right, where's Michael? I need to know where my, all right, can I keep going? Can I do one more, or do we need to keep moving? They're like, let's do one more. All right, we're gonna do one more. I'm gonna do it in 1 minute. Let's go, Bradley's in charge. I'm gonna sell one of these for $100. Who will give me $100? $100. Come on, right here.
Bidder to one. Who's got one? I got one. Got one and a half. Anybody got about 150? All right, 125. Let's see 125. Come on, I'm not an auctioneer. Come on. Bidder to one. Got 125 anywhere? Go, right here. 125, 150. 700. Oh, sorry, lost track. 150. Anybody want? Oh, got 150 back here. Thank you. Oh, hey, snaps. Love you. Where was I? You said 200, right? Sweet. Is that how that works, Ken? Hey, Ken, I got 200 back there. You gonna let Melissa outbid you? Hey, we're at 200 for a card. You gonna let Melissa, Snap, and Richard outbid you? Thank you. All right, I got 200, 250, 225, 225, anywhere? Oh, got it back here. I need a spotter. Got 225, how about 250? 250, I hear 250 anywhere? I got 225, 225, 225. Got 225, looking for 250, 250, 250. Going once, twice. 225 back here, Brittany Goodyear. And you know what? This marks the third anniversary or second of when you and Sarah made friends here at this. Second year, her and Sarah met here, became friends, and they're here tonight. And Brittany and her husband, David couldn't be here tonight. He's hating it. They have been to almost every single function, every event, everything we've done. I love you. All right, now let me go back to the real man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Vanna White over here, just chilling. Thank you for that. I'll just hold these up and just walk and look pretty. That's all I'm gonna do from now on. Are we doing one more right now? Or we need to move on. We're gonna keep cruising. We'll do the rest of these. I promise. I promise. I promise. So we're gonna keep the night moving real quick. And are you guys having fun so far? I hope so, man. I'm having fun. I mean, come on. So, hey, we're gonna start the programming here, and real quick, we found the strawberry cupcake. We found the chocolate cupcake, and that's the third and the second most popular cupcakes at Special Needs and Treats. Hint, hint. There may be another one out there somewhere. If you haven't, for the love of Pete, somebody go find it because it's a cool prize. All right, cool, cool, cool. There's another one out there. There's another one out there. Now, as we get this night started, I get the honor and the privilege to invite some people on stage that are very near and dear to this place, very near and dear to special needs. So at this time, I'm gonna ask Mary and Sandy Hastings if you guys will make your way to the stage. Let's give them a round of applause. Hey, don't take all the time. She said, don't take all the time.
I'd just like to take a second to welcome everybody here to just an absolutely fantastic night. All of you are such godly people, and it is so much appreciated that you're here. Can I get an applause for Michael and Tempa for what they put on, and all the volunteers? I'm Sandy. This is my beautiful, beautiful wife, Mary. Did I say that right? Okay. All right. That means I can keep talking. She said we had 5 minutes, and then she told me she had 4.5 minutes on her time. I said, yeah, good luck with that. Michael, you made your biggest mistake right here tonight. Yep. You put a microphone into my hands. Yeah. Oh, by the way, what's my title, by the way? Doug got a title. I need a title. So, a lot of people ask me, why special needs? And special needs is very, very dear to my heart. But the reason that I am with special needs and what we do is that when Mary was still teaching, she went by special needs and she went up to Tempa and she said, I would love to volunteer for here. And Tempa said, well, we don't need any help right now. We have a huge list. So little did she know my wife was pretty persistent. The next year, Mary went back. I think it was 3 years until Tempa finally got tired and said, God bless me, but I've got to take her in. And so here we are tonight. And I thank you. Seriously, though, why am I here? Special needs is it's just so close to my heart. Back in the 1950s, my sister was born and paralyzed. And for some of you older people in here, you would know that around that time, and I am very, very sorry to say this, but there was a term that you would keep people such as my sister in a closet. And man, did that hurt me that was out there. And I swore, and sorry, I shouldn't hear, but I swore at that time that my sister would never be left in the house. She would go out and she would enjoy everything that I could enjoy. And it's carried on. I was in the in the tennis industry for 50 plus years. While I was there, I had the distinct honor of working with a camp with multiple sclerosis participants. I worked with the blind on court, which was probably one of the highlights of my life. And the blind, the deaf, wheelchair. We both started the wheelchair program in Maui way back, and then we continued a wheelchair program in Houston. And I said the deaf, which again just touched my heart because I tried to have a translator communicate with all the people with their hand signals, and the leader of the group said, no. He said, you communicate with your hands. So we had to learn, and I'm sorry to say that I didn't continue that. But again, such a great program. I think that with all of that, and everything that I've done over my 70 years, that's the most gratifying time that I've ever spent, like on court. And now today, it's such an honor to be able to go to special needs at least once a week, hopefully sometimes more, especially if they need chalk corn made. My hand now as an arm is working pretty good, it's loose. But I think the best way to say it, as far as I'm concerned, is every day that I step into that building, I see Jesus. And I see Jesus' work done through the people that are in there. And I thank you. It just means so much to have the opportunity to speak with you tonight. And Michael and Tempa for finally giving the okay to Mary so that we could go there and volunteer.
And I'm Frack, that was Frick, and oftentimes we just come in together. And when Michael asked us to come up here, I thought it was going to be, hey, how you doing? I'm Mary, this is Sandy, goodbye. But he asked us to actually say something more than that. As an elder of the bakery residents, I have more time on my hands than many do. So when Michael approached and said, we have a list of 220 volunteers that are waiting to come to special needs, what are we gonna do about that? I said, well, I can talk, and I can talk a lot, so I will start calling people. So that was last year. And as the phone calls began to come, 220 later, I think I was touched more by that opportunity, and here's the reason why. Some of those people had been on our list 4 years, 5 years, and there wasn't a parent, or if I was speaking to the person themselves, that didn't just marvel at the fact that they had not been forgotten, that even though this list was 5 years old, that we were calling them to say, we have space. And through the process, I was a special ed teacher with Gwinnett County. I met some people that I taught when they were young. And just to know where they are today, some have gone on, some have moved, some are no longer interested, but we still have 125 people. And I thought about that, and I thought, what special needs offers to people is a place to go where they're valued, where their work is valued, where they can be creative. I look at some of the people that I work with on Tuesday, and I continue to be in awe as to their creativity. Courtney coaching her brother. Just pieces of it where I think, as adults, as people out in the community, what do we want most from our work? We want to be valued. We want to be creative. We want to take responsibility. We want to learn new skills. And so if there was anything I learned through the process of calling 220 people, and Sandy teases me because that's right up my alley, I like to talk, was the fact that this is a place where anybody can come, where we can make adaptations. But where we need you is to help this expand. Coincidentally enough, when I was putting together some thoughts, one of our moms posted from 5 years ago. She had a post on Facebook, and I just thought I would share it with you because I think it says it all. It's entitled My Autism Experience. 1 year ago today, we visited Special Needs and Treats for the first time. I'm still convinced that Cody thought he was on Cake Boss when we got the tour of the bakery. In fact, when 11 Alive and Good Morning and the Today Show came to film the bakery and their story, he did become a movie star, one that looks a lot like Josh Gad. He and Courtney volunteered that very first day, stickering liners and stamping boxes. And a few weeks after that, Cody became the 9th special needs employee with Courtney as his volunteer job coach, and she still does that today. Cody's conversational communication has developed tremendously since working there. I never thought he'd be able to work there because of his deficit in language skills. I never knew he had culinary skills beyond making a sandwich. Now he's being asked to decorate cookies, cupcakes, and special order cakes. What a difference a job makes. So I asked for you today to think about that, to think about helping us expand this ministry, because we have a community of people who want to be valued, who are awesome workers, always a smile on their face, a cheerful hello, and I think we just all need a place to be valued, and this is one where we can. And that's the end.
Okay, everybody just kind of sit back now. Now we'll really get into it. No, just be patient, Tempa. I'm not. Thank you, everybody, very, very much.
All right, well, okay, you got me. I could do it with or without. Y'all heard me earlier, right?
Hello.
Those that know me know I don't talk a whole lot. So I'm going to ask Josh. You want to set a timer? I love you, brother. You know I love you more than anything. You are like family. You're like my kids. I got my other kids over here. My real kid out in the lobby. My other kid back here who keeps hollering, bid more stuff. But we want to get to the meat and potatoes of things. So if you're looking at your program, just disregard the time. Hopefully, I'll just make it fairly quick and get to the real good things. But I didn't want to.
Real quick. Hello. Is it working? Okay.
Yeah, talk up.
Just really quick. I just want to say thank you before I forget to a whole community of people that have helped this evening happen. And it just cannot happen without the community that we have. I'm getting ready to start a book that says Find Your People. Jennifer, I have started some of it. And I do have to say that I have found a lot of my people, and I'm glad that I have them. And I hope that I can add more. But I just want to say just a few names. To yesterday, who was here, we had Katie, Doug, Amy, Sue, Heidi, Caitlin, Mrs. Pat, Mr. Fred, Sandy and Mary, Chris, Josh, Judy, Joe, Tyler, Bradley, and John. We just thank you guys because this room and out there would not look like it does without all of that help. I also want to thank you, yes. I also want to thank my volunteers this evening, Diane, Denise, and Julie. I want to thank Jan for being here, and I want to thank the Master's Table. You guys just all rock. And everybody always comes in and they're like, you guys do such amazing work. And I'm like, no, it's not us, it's God. God has led us to do what we are doing, but it takes a whole team of people to make everything work every day. We love our employees, we love our volunteers, and without you guys, we could not do what we do. So thank you very much.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Doug, which Sandy will get you a title. I can't know what Doug's is now. Some type of
It's in the book.
outer space
somewhere.
global vice president, something or other. It's crazy. But anyway, Doug's going to be doing a bike ride this summer. Better him than me. He's going from California to Maryland. You can read more about it in your programs out there in the lobby. I just want to make sure and mention that. Thanks, Doug, for everything you do. Because Doug is like, I call him our Bruce Willis lookalike. But he does everything. He runs electrical wire, plumbing, you name it, he does it for us. And it's just amazing, the thing we've had there. But I do want to specifically mention thank you to some very important people who help make this appropriate every year. I said appropriate. This happen every year. And that's, of course, our presenting sponsor for now 4 years in a row, our first 4 years. Yes. Thank you so much. Rob, Cindy, RAC Properties, Clover Foundation have been amazing for us. It goes without saying, the whole Strickland family. It's hard to just say one name, but all the Stricklands, their company, Metro Waterproofing, have been amazing for us. Rector Reader in Lofton, who they do charge me for our taxes, but then they give me a donation check to offset it. So. But Rector Reader couldn't be here tonight, so we've got some folks filling the table there. East Mountain Insurers, some church family, several different sponsors here. So I'm going to try and get through them. Thornapple Industries, Alpha Insurance, Doug Blevins. Doug's also on our board. Sum Total Systems, Matthew White. And we've got Tecta America. Thanks for the roof still. Yes. Wow. JP Signature Homes. I didn't see Josh tonight, but we've got some folks enjoying the table. Georgia Banking, Kevin. He went from one bank to another, and he just keeps bringing the banks in. So are we going to kind of keep the trend? I don't think so. Are we here for a while? But bring all the banks you want. We'll take them all. But Georgia Banking, we got Renaissance Bank here, our business banking partner, who, when we very first started out, helped us out. Atlanta Koosmans, Thrivent Financial, Jeff Huniger, and Cable East, who also couldn't be here. They're one of our recurring monthly donors. And even though they had a down year last year, they said, we can't not stop. So that's that. And then obviously our entire board of directors, and most importantly, our staff, which is paid and volunteers. And then all of you guys. You're here for a reason. Maybe someday we'll get to that. And not that I'm a cry or anything, but Ken's probably got money on when I'm actually going to just break down. But anyway, I would like to ask Rob and Cindy for a brief moment to come on up, because we would love for our presenting sponsors maybe to share with us why you chose us.
Awesome. I'm Rob Scott, and this is my wife, Cindy. We have a daughter who's special needs, so the special needs as a whole is near and dear to our heart. And so when we were looking for a foundation or a nonprofit to give money to 4 or 5 years ago, we reached out to Michael and Timpa, and they reached right back. And what I love is, one of the things we were like, hey, we want to see your financials. We want to see how you spend your money. We don't want a lot of top heavy. We don't want to give money to a place that's going to waste a lot of money. And he fired right back. He gave it. He gives us every year. They do a remarkable amount of stuff with a very low budget. It's very impressive. And that's why we keep coming back, because they spend the money the best that I see. They serve more people than I can think of for the amount of money that your budget. You guys just do an amazing job. We really appreciate it. Yep. I say just keep it going. And we just wanted to, you guys do such a good job tonight. We want to challenge the rest of you to give some additional donations, and we'll match it up to $10,000.
So who put the thing out there to see who's going to make me cry the most? Because I know Mr. Clyde's not here yet. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here tonight. Those of you who were here last year, or those of you who follow us, wow, our building was paid off in October last year. But there is another special place in our hearts that I didn't mention in the first go-round, but it's this church.
We love our church. We love our church. We love our church family. Jonathan and Jennifer, the way that you shepherd this flock and the way that you stand up here almost every Sunday and you preach the gospel and you bring it, and you are telling the truth, and we appreciate that so much. I love you guys so much. I love all of the pastors, and I just think you guys do an amazing job, and I never knew going to church could be like this, so thank you very much.
I know that Jesus is my Savior, but these folks help save my life. All right, so let's see, what do we got here? You know what? Guys, are we ready to show the video? Let's get to the important stuff. Let's show the video. I think there's some sound. It's just piano music. I'd go over here, but they'd probably get mad at me. that's just a small sampling. Of the lives that we get to interact with. And I could go home right now because I know this is so impactful for us because we get to live it every day. But I hope that gives you a glimpse into what we get to do. Pray specifically. If you pray for God to soften your heart, he does this to you. You got to say, don't let the waterworks start. But what I would like to do now is I would like to ask Miss Leah Smith, one of our volunteers, to come up on the stage because Leah was, she was on our waiting list for a little while.
She was one of the 225 that got called off that list last year.
Yep. And I think we've got the details of Leah, the number she was on the list. She became a volunteer. And the thing about that was when she came up on the list, I saw this note that said, blind and seeing eye dog. And I'm like, we got a kitchen. I can't have a dog in the kitchen. It's against the rules. So we talked and we met with Leah and met Miss Donna B. And we determined, you know, let's see how we can adapt. Let's see what we can do. And I don't want to steal a lot away from her, but what we did was they come in through the back entrance. Donna B goes in her crate, and then Leah gets out her cane. And we've got some grit tape that helps a little bit to get to the kitchen. And we've just kind of been adapting. So I don't know what Leah's going to talk about. So I don't want to say a whole lot more. But we're going to let Leah share a little bit of that with you. And then after that, we're going to have some other folks come up here and take a seat so that maybe we can ask some questions.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Leah Smith. This is, of course, Donna B., my seeing eye dog. I've been visually impaired my entire life. All right, Donna. I was born extremely premature. My parents, I'm actually a twin, and both my twin sister and I have dealt with vision loss and visual impairment from our childhood, you know, infancy on. And, you know, when we were born, they started working on my twin sister, Rachel, thinking that she's more viable, she's bigger, so they just put me in an incubator and left me alone. And after about 12 hours, they came to my parents and said, that little one's a fighter. We're gonna start treating her. And several months in the hospital, obviously, and you know, being on oxygen therapy to support my lungs, there was always a risk of me potentially going blind. So they didn't really know, you know, how much could I see. And over the years, we found out that, you know, I was extremely nearsighted, wore glasses and then later contacts. In my early teens, I had to undergo surgeries for detached retinas, cataracts. And it just was a time of a lot of transition, switching schools, and trying to figure out, how do I go from here? In high school and then on into college, my vision stabilized. I was able to complete high school and then go on to college and complete 2 degrees. After that, I entered the workforce and started my first job and then moved to another job. Met my husband, Patrick. We had the pleasure of getting married and, you know, going from there. We've bought our first house together, and it's been a ride. The vision over the years has changed. I got Donna almost 6 years ago, and at that point I was considered legally blind. I went through another 5 surgeries for detached retinas and was told, you know, basically you're legally blind, you know, we don't know if we can do anything more for you. So I kind of was at a crossroads. So I always knew a guide dog or seeing eye dog would be a possibility in my future if the time presented itself. I had the opportunity to, do my research and apply and go through the interview process. And in September of 2016, I went to campus in Palmetto, Florida, and was introduced to this lovely girl. We trained for a month on campus and off campus in the community, and then I came home. And that's where the real work began. Her learning routes, learning buildings that we go in frequently. To kind of give you an idea of what she does for me, it's everything from the little things to the big things. Finding a curb so I don't trip. She stops and I can feel out the curb and then step down or step up. To being someplace totally new and saying, okay, go find the restroom. And she's been in restaurants and different places we've never been before. She knows the difference between the men's room and the ladies' room. So she, the little things, mean so much. Donna and I and my husband have been able to travel. We've cruised multiple times with Donna, flown. She's been in probably about 7 or 8 airports over the last 5.5 or so years. And it's just been an opportunity and a joy. In the years since I've gotten Donna, my vision has decreased again. And it made it hard. I grew up being told, you go to college, you get your degree, you go into the workforce. Government assistance was always it's there if I need it or if I have to. And, I had been praying, I really would like to work, and I was sitting on the waiting list for so many years. So my mom and I started praying about it. And so this summer when I got an email saying, are you interested? And then a phone interview and then an actual in-person interview. I started in September of last year. So it's been a wonderful opportunity to be part of a team. We've learned together, Mike and Tempa and several of the other staff have kind of learned, what I can do, what I can't do, but, you add a talking scale and you set me up and I can, make chalkboard or, bag items, whatever needs to be done. And I'm just thankful for the wonderful opportunity that this bakery brings to our community. I want to say thank you to all of our patrons and supporters. Y'all are what make this possible so that we can work. And that's a true gift. Thank you.
You want to sit right behind you? Or just sit right here. That's more of why we do what we do. We don't look at the disability, we look at the ability. We embrace what others may not, and we were kind of like dog in the kitchen. That was the first reaction. But we find a way. But the things that we're learning with Leah, we've told her, we said, we're not sure we're putting this the right way, but it's been eye-opening. I know that sounds in poor taste, but we have laughed about it. And even some of the things that we do that help Leah actually help some of our other special needs that we didn't realize. Like making a template out of a cutting board, thank you, Doug, for our sheet pans where Leah can feel where to put the cookie dough. It also helps those who, when you tell somebody to put 12 cookies on a sheet pan to bake them, you might get them all in the corner. But this helps. And what I'd like to do now is all of our panelists, if you guys remember who you are, but we're going to ask, and then I'm going to have Spencer introduce each one of them. But if we could get Joseph, Courtney, Caitlin, JD, Stephanie, and Brittany come up. While they're doing that, God tells us that we do not have because we do not ask. I'm not good at the ask. You can ask Ken. I'm not good at the ask. I tell people, hey, can you give me an estimate on what it'll cost? Praying that the Lord will have somebody do it for free. Or, hey, we need X thousand dollars to do this. Can you help a brother out? I've never been good at the ask. So we've prayed, and hey, JD, why don't you come down here, buddy? Yes, okay. Joseph, you want to go there on the end? We're going to put Brittany down there on her end. But Temp and I have been praying about some things, this, that, and the other, and God has just each year shown us that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. I wasn't made to be a operations manager of a Fortune 500 company, 14th largest company in the world like I was. I was made to do this. And God makes that evident. So Temp and I have something we're going to throw out there tonight, and not even our folks running the register with. By the way, how'd you think of the video? Was it good? Our boys in-house did that. Jake, Zach. I think mainly Jake put all the little finishing touches on, but I couldn't do it without these two boys. They're awesome. But Temp and I had something that we've been praying about, and we now we have 9 volunteers. We have 28 folks being paid, and every one of those volunteers has a goal.
The ones that are here this evening, if you
Could
are
you stand up if you're a volunteer
at this moment?
If you're a volunteer special needs right now?
Volunteer special needs, if you guys can please stand
Andrea,
up.
I don't have my glasses
Libby,
on, but
Libby's back there.
we got several folks here.
Mary Beth, Mackenzie, Tristan, Josh. So these are our volunteers right now that came off of the list last year, and Leah.
Yes.
So
all of these folks from last year are
Yes.
because of the gala last year, and then some because we have heat, we have a paid-off building, we got all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
So we have a big surprise for you all and everybody in this. Stay standing, Mackenzie. So.
Real quick. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, Aaron. No, honey, Aaron's already on payroll. Yeah, Aaron gets a paycheck. So our big surprise this evening is all of our volunteers. We are taking a step out in faith, and we are going to move you all to payroll starting tomorrow. So we know God can do big things, and we have faith that he is going to do this for us.
Oh, yeah.
And we just want you all to know we value what you have been doing volunteer-wise, and we now want you to be paid for it. And we appreciate each and every one of you.
Now, Mackenzie, I've asked him 4 times before, do you want to be paid? I'm calling you out, brother. And every time he would tell me, nah, we're good. Give it to somebody who needs it more. This year I asked him, he went, yeah, it'll be all right. So that comes to the tune of, and this is where I think Travis, remember I said earlier, get your pencil ready? This is what it's about, because here goes my workers' comp. Oh, my workers' comp, insurance, all that crazy stuff that comes along with payroll. So Temp and I get the smaller basket because she'll do better than I do. We put little cards in here, and it says, and not even the guys have this, so there's no slide for it. Nobody knew except us and God. It says, we need your dough. You can bake a difference. Grab it and go. This coupon provides funds to turn special needs volunteers into paid employees. Be a part of something special. So, we don't have the pull cards. Thank you, Scooter, for taking care of that last year. We figured you did that, and now we got to find something different to do. Here we go. So we're going to set these up here. Feel free to come as you wish, whatever you want. Minimum wage right now, even with inflation, is still $7.25 an hour. Every dollar makes a difference. I'd like to see these baskets go away and just get filled with money. You can take them to the registers. They'll take care of them for you. We've already gotten that 10,000 challenge thrown out there. But this is why we do what we do. Plus, this will make room for more folks to be called off the list. Mary, we're going to make some more phone calls. We're going to bring another 10, 12 people in, my hope, because we got a freezer that was delivered last week.
Yes.
Uh-oh. And this is our church. I love you. Awesome. You're met. Now we're upping it. I got 10, 10, 10, now 20, now. Sorry. But, you know, it's all God's. And, ma'am. Oh. All right, Cindy just said that was too quick, not just one person. It's now a $15,000 challenge, so we need 5 more. But just to give you an idea, the payroll alone with the current hours these volunteers work in an annual time period is right around $30,000 just for the payroll. It's a big number. Then, Travis, I don't know if you know the numbers off the top of your head, but work comp comes along, and then I got the Department of Labor. Anyway, I'm not going to get bogged down there because it's all God's anyway. So we took that leap. We're asking. We know he will provide. We know he's not done with us, but we do have a freezer was delivered last week. Jason, we still have to start on that next week? All right, brother. The refrigeration units should come next week. A walk-in freezer because of last year's gala that we're going to get installed, and it's poising us with what our bigger future vision is, which we might get to later, but since we're running on time, this is more important, is that we need to get that installed, so we got to pay for that, maybe. Portion of it done. I'm calling Jason on the carpet. I love you, brother. But you heard it here, no charge. I heard that. But we're going to get that done. But that poises us for that future. And the future vision is that we, and I'm kind of getting ahead, guys. You don't have to throw a slide. Just real quick, production and training at our facility. Start getting some storefronts opened up around us so that more folks can come in and get trained, go closer to home to work. We can also do our other program, Cakes for Kiddos, so that we can partner up with foster cares, food co-ops, and things in their communities. Because people without money can't drive from Stone Mountain, Lilburn to Lawrenceville just to get a cake. It all takes that money. We need a fleet, which Jake mocked up some trucks and stuff. You can read all about stuff in your program, but that's kind of the vision and the goal. And Rob's already looking for property, looking for a way that he can get us to come out to Bogart so that maybe Jessica could run a store for us. But that's what our goal is, to look at that and just see, because we think that's where God's leading us, is this isn't just here. With 125 on the waiting list just in our own community, we get calls from all over the country. But we create a template here. We create the model. Take it to Hull, take it to Walton, Forsyth, whatever. There's such a need. And you guys have been a part of it, are a part of it, or you're now hearing about it, and that's what we're throwing out there. So that's our first world domination. I think when we were doing the slide last time, which you might show later, depends on time. It's up to y'all, but this is going to be important. We want to do this here, but we did a slide that showed purple taking over the U.S. Some of y'all might remember that, and I'm going to try and get Ian up here later. You saw him in the video. Amazing story there. We don't want to forget you, brother, but amazing story. But for now, I want to turn it back over to Spencer so we can introduce these folks to y'all.
Yeah.
And see where we go.
Absolutely, man. Let's give them a hand one more time. Thank you, guys. So I get the privilege to hang out and introduce some of these amazing folks up here on the stage. So I'm gonna run through them real quick. I know we're pressed on time. Also, real quick, we did extend they don't know this, but we did this because we run out of time. The auction is extended to 8:45, so if you did want to bid on something, go ahead and make that happen. It will close at 8:45 though, so that gives you about 15 minutes or so. So real quick, I want to introduce them, and then we're gonna ask some questions and kind of toss it around. And if you guys have questions, we want to be able to do that too. So, Brittany Herlichson, where's your hand, Brittany? Brittany is the first person added to the list when they started using a database back in 2015. She became a volunteer in February of 2016 and was hired in May, about 3 months later, which is awesome. Received her first paycheck on May 20th, 2016. Come on. Tried to resign due to a doctor not letting her come back to work during COVID, and you saw this in the video earlier, I believe, but has been able to work from home as a result of all of this. So it's super, super awesome story. Thank you, Brittany. And JD, where's JD? Down at the end. Hey, JD. Added to the wait list 2015, was number 30 on the list, and became a volunteer in 2017 in September. And then he was hired on shortly after and received his first paycheck September 9th of 2019, 2 years later, which is just awesome. And he helps work in the front. He helps with the, does inventory and some of the social media and stuff like that, other jobs around the bakery. So thank you for being up here, brother. Come on. And Joseph Crimes. Hey, my friend. Joseph's been with us almost 8 years now. This was actually before the wait list began. And became a volunteer in 2014, in April of 2014. Was hired on in October of that year, received his first paycheck on October 24th of 2014. So good, so good. Yes, sir. He worked in the front of the house, helping customers as a big part of the early years when customers were lined out the doors, and he was that guy right there. So thanks for being up here, brother. Courtney Sutherland, give a little wave. Yep. Courtney joined 8 years ago this week before the wait list began, and became a volunteer in 2014, and then was hired on in October of 2015. Received her first paycheck, in November of 2015. Yeah, come on. So good. Courtney's been full-time for several years, and she has made the majority of the cupcakes that are sitting on your tables right now, which is super cool. Super cool. And this is Stephanie. Where's Stephanie at? Right down there. Raise your hand. All right. Added to the wait list 2016 and was number 58 on the list. Became a volunteer in June of 2019 as a result of the first gala that took place is how she was brought on. Hired. Yeah, come on. Listen, y'all can clap all day. You're not hurting my feelings. You can cut me off every single time. She was hired on in June of 2020. As a result of the second gala that took place. So that's really cool. That's awesome. She works 3.5 days each week, primarily helping the customers out front. So when we visited earlier this week, she was the first face that I saw. So awesome. Thank you for being up here. And Caitlin, where's Caitlin? Caitlin, right there. Yep. Hey. Added to the wait list in 2015. Was number 47 on the list and became a volunteer in 2017, in October 2017. Was hired on 2 years later in August and received her first paycheck September 6th of 2019, which is just awesome. Another really cool thing about your tables, Caitlin actually made all the mixes that are sitting on your tables tonight. So, yes. And so what I want to do now, we're going to take a minute, and I've got some questions up here, and we'll toss it out to the crowd so if we have some other questions. But these folks were like, you know what? Like, we're down. We'll get on stage, and yeah, ask us questions because we want to know their story. We want to hear how this has impacted their life. And so I'm going to go through a few questions and ask you guys. And the first one is to Leah. I'm going to ask you this: Where would you like to see yourself in the future, and how do you think working at Special Needs can help with that?
I really see it as a great opportunity. I work Tuesday and Thursdays currently in the afternoons, so about 9 hours total. I definitely would like to continue working, maybe adding more hours. It's just been a great opportunity. A lot of people with visual impairment and blindness, the unemployment rate is about 80%. And so that means we have a long way to go to serve and help those within that community. But I definitely want to continue working and see where it goes. So.
Awesome. Thank you. And this one is for Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you enjoy the most about working at Special Needs?
What I enjoy the most working at Special Needs is being up in the front and interacting with my coworkers, which Chris over there, I really enjoy working with her, and also interacting with customers up front.
Yeah, love it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, and this one's for JD. JD, has your time at Special Needs had any impact on your personal and social interactions? How has working at Special Needs impacted you in that area?
It has impacted me. Wow, I sound weird. It's impacted me, I would say positively.
Love it.
For instance, I am a lot more patient and like calmer around like people
Yeah.
that may need a bit more like guidance.
Yeah.
That's the word. Among other things.
Cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, JD. And this is for Joseph. Joseph, have you worked other jobs before Special Needs? And how did they compare to your job working at Special Needs?
Okay, have you worked other jobs before? Okay. So let's see. I've worked at Creative Enterprises. I've worked at Goodwill. I've worked through Goodwill, through Voc Rehab, for Kroger for one day, I think. But going from Creative Enterprises where you're paid by the piece, and I don't work that fast. So being able to get a paycheck, being able to interact with different people and basically just have fun.
Yeah.
I like what I do. I like the social interactions with the customers. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. And the days that get up out of bed and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I just want to lay in bed. And I go to work and I actually have fun. And I'm glad I went.
That's a win.
So.
That's awesome. That's a win. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, and this is for Caitlin. Caitlin, what are some of the jobs you'd like to see developed at Special Needs to enhance or improve your skill set?
I have found that I do well working on a computer, and I had liked being able to develop them more since everything is becoming more technological. So it's always nice having that additional skill set. I do think that it would be nice to try and work on stuff I normally don't think I would like doing, because it still helps to have that skill, even if it's not something I like, because
Sure.
2020 and all the other years after that has been really weird.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. And this one is for Brittany. Do you get to decorate cakes? And the big question is, do you like doing that?
Oh, yes.
I love it. I love it. What's your favorite part about decorating cakes? Is it the icing? Because I don't know. I'm not a baker. I don't know what goes into this, okay? Like I walked through and I was like, whoa, there's a lot of moving parts. Is it like the actual putting of the sprinkles, or is it like the piping? I don't know how this stuff works. What's your favorite part?
All of it.
All of it. Come on. Come on. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank y'all so much. Thank you guys. Michael, do we have time to throw some in the crowd? yeah. If Michael's gonna roam, I was his Vanna White earlier. Now he's gonna be just my little guy running around. That's how. Now, if you have a question, maybe you'd like to ask somebody specifically. People in the crowd, we got a hand up over here, right back that way in the middle. We're just gonna kind of open it up to the floor, and we got a little bit of time, and yeah.
Okay, this question's for Stephanie. What opportunities or positives can you attribute to working at special needs?
Oh boy. The positivity working at special needs is
I love it.
Oh, okay. What my favorite thing is to, again, working in the front, interacting with customers that, like, even people that come in regularly that, you know, I know, or someone that knows, like, my family, and they recognize me up front and all that. It's just, I love it. And also, working with amazing coworkers like Courtney, Chelsea, Austin, JD, and of course, my friend Josh. If it wasn't for, if I didn't like discover special needs and treats, and I was working in another job, special needs and treats would have probably been my first choice in any other job because, well, for one, I know Michael and Tempa. I used to play basketball with their son, Bradley, and it's like, and they know me, and they know what I can do. If I didn't discover them or that place, yes, I'm a hard worker, but I don't think other people would know. They probably, I don't know how to say this, and if it comes out rude, I am really, really sorry. But what JD said, they would overlook me. But Michael and Tempa, they don't overlook me as a person with a disability. They look at me as a person that can do many things, can do whatever that person can do and all that. And I really thank Michael and Tempa for letting me work there. And you guys are amazing, and I love y'all. Thank you.
Yeah. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, we got another one. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Got one more right over here.
Courtney, this is for you. I very, very much look at you as a mentor.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate it greatly, but I would like to know from you, what is it like training Mary and I to do cupcakes every Tuesday morning?
That's the real challenge, right? At least for Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, look, I have fun training everybody of all ages and all abilities. Because not only does it give me a chance to interact with people from all walks of life, and I love interacting with you, Sandy and Mary. I love hearing your life stories and your humor, and just I love seeing your input of just life in general, and I love seeing your creativity. And you have come a long way since when you first started.
That deserves an applause. Come on.
Hey, it takes practice. There's no shame in that. Look, when I first started out, I could barely hold the bag right, and I was like making a big mess with the icing. And I think at one point I had put caramel in something, and they did cream cheese. And Tempa knows which one I'm talking about. But with enough time, as I kept going corner to corner in a swirl. Okay, and I remind my brother that every week. Okay, Cody, corner to corner in a swirl. I know you really want to cover every square inch of that cupcake with as many chocolate chips as you can fit on there, but please, Cody, we need to see the design underneath. But seriously,
it was one of the highlights of my job, I think, is the opportunity to work with all kinds of people. And that helps me, I believe, open up my horizons and try to understand people better. I hope that makes me humble and learn to be what can I do to be a better employee, to be a better coworker, a better friend, and a better sister and future guardian for my brother. And
wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Michael, you got one more back there?
Yeah, how about one more from this side?
Okay.
And then, cognizant of time.
Yep.
But I could go all night. Y'all know that.
Hi, my question is for Joseph. Joseph, I would love to know how you feel when you get your paycheck.
Yes! That's the best thing I've seen all night. That's it right there.
So, so getting my paycheck, it's not just, yay, I've got money. I've also, I've got to pay bills. I got to pay for my gas. Got to pay off credit card bills. Hi, Mom. And I got to put stuff in savings. I've also got to, anything that I want that it doesn't fall under those three categories, what do I want to spend it on? So it's not just, I've got a paycheck. It's, I got a budget. And budgeting is, for someone like me who's ADHD and very impulsive, it's a learning process. It's a learning curve, but I'm learning. So.
Awesome. 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 Way to go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, we're gonna take a minute. Can we give these guys like one more just crazy round of applause? Like so good. So good. I'm gonna ask Michael to come back up, and he's gonna share a little bit of maybe what the future looks like for special needs. So take us away, brother.
Thank you, guys. This is why we do what we do, and I could stay here all night because we've got so many stories. Our goal is like the video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. So thanks, guys, for coming up. Enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah. Somebody can help? Yeah, right. Courtney, again, always the mentor, always the helper, helping everybody out. I'll take the mic. And she's going to help Leah get off, and we'll get Brittany down. But I did want to, I shared a little bit on the mission and vision earlier. And part of that, you guys got to see a couple of years ago when Ian was with us and spoke at the gala, and Randall was here as well. And Randall kind of approached me afterwards and said, dude, he's just summarized environmental spatial analysis. Got it right this time. You guys can go ahead and have a seat if you want. Yeah, I don't want to leave you standing up here in the hot. Thanks, guys. But he told me, he said, he just explained that better than the guys I got on payroll doing, trying to do the same thing. And Ian shared a map with us, so I will ask our guys to maybe share the map that we saw. And then ask Ian to come up, because real quickly, I'd love for you to hear a little bit about Ian, because we had a bittersweet moment last year and earlier this year, in that Ian went from not wanting to talk to people, having a lot of sensory issues and all types of other things, to becoming, yes, a star player on the team. But, where he's at today, I think that'd be pretty cool, because I know we're 10 minutes till 9. Again, I'd keep y'all here till 2, 3 in the morning. But I want Ian to talk real quick, and then I might have a couple of questions, and I'll let Spencer throw some challenges out there. But, man, this is what we do. And this right here is one of the reasons, as well as why we do what we do. So, got a couple words for us?
Yeah. As Michael said, starting out was a very introverted person. I wouldn't really talk to anyone. While I was at work, I would just go in, do my job, and then go out. But when Special Needs and Treats put me on payroll, they decided, hey, how about you do some work up at the front? And I felt like at first I was really nervous because, again, I'm not a people person. But I realized how much that was a major step towards my progression. I went from being incredibly quiet to being talkative and being social with not only my coworkers, but with the people who come in the bakery every day to get cupcakes or chalk-corn. And again, my coworkers have been tremendous in my growth as well. They showed an interest in me as a person and helped me to get out of my shell. And I feel like because of that, it's been a major step forward to my current career after I graduated college, where I am now working as an office technician for Sam.
Wow. And that map that was shown, thank you, Ian. It amazes me because we've been part of that journey. We didn't want to be stepping blocks and stepping stones because we're not a training program. We're not come in, get trained, go through the middle, graduate, and move on, because 80 to 90% of the folks that work with us, people aren't giving them opportunities. So this is awesome. It was bittersweet because he was a 40-hour-a-week guy and did everything from the front to the back. The only thing I think we didn't really work on a lot, which we were trained in, is computers. But we had him making icings, doing dishes. It didn't matter. And Ian would embrace every single task. And we love you, man.
And we miss you terribly,
miss you
but
terribly.
we're glad that you were able to find a job in your field. Bye.
All right, so I think the auction may have just closed. I know I got outbid on a lot of things because I just kept looking, but I was wrapped up here, so it's all right. But we do want to cast that future vision again. You heard about it earlier. You heard about some of the other programs. We really wanted to kind of give Mr. Clyde and Miss Sandra a huge thanks for that challenge last year of doing the $100,000 challenge. So we tried to be close to that with the 30,000 challenge, so to speak, and we've got the 15. I don't know how that's going. We'll find out at the end of the night. But Ken, since your dad's not here, what you got for me? You got some? I know you always do. This is amazing.
Your mic works better. I've heard her all night, but I haven't hardly heard Michael.
You haven't heard me?
No. I've seen you cry a lot. So, y'all know it's my mission in life to make Michael cry. We do a good job. So, first of all, before I get started, everybody give them a round of applause. Awesome. And second of all, parents are made to embarrass their kids, right? All right. Yeah, they heard me. So, I'm super proud. Father of 7. I did not ask these kids to come tonight, but Ethan came home from college. I said, do you want to go? And then Yasmir said, I'm going, and Sage said, I'm going. So everybody say, and then Sage, out of the blue, decides to invite a guy that I don't even know. And so everybody say, hey, JT.
Hey, JT.
All right. You mess with me, I got people. All right? So that's the way you meet somebody the first time, is at a gala, right? Yeah. So this time of night, typically my dad gets up. Does everybody know Clyde? Yeah. All right, everybody knows Clyde. And he's, hey, I got a challenge for you. And I was like, he said, son, I can't go to the gala this year. Your mom and I are going to Jekyll Island. I said, when are you leaving? He said, well, we're leaving Monday. I said, all right. So I was going to sneak over to his house on Tuesday. I know where my mom keeps her checkbook. So I did. I snuck in. I got a check. I got a blank check. But, I'm not that kind of son. I called her, and y'all just heard the main story of the night. I called her, okay? Everybody thinks Clyde's the man. He just listens to what Sandra says, my mom. He won't do anything without her permission. So every time he gets up in here, she's like, you go, Clyde. So I said, Dad, how's vacation going? He said, it's going good. I said, let me talk to Mom. And she says, well, what you doing, son? Because if you know my mom, she's Mother Hubbard. She's everything there is. She's a storyteller. I said, well, Mom, I got an idea. I'm going to steal your check, and I'm going to make a challenge to the group because I don't have that much money, so I'm going to use yours. And now, I left the amount blank. I didn't know what. I said, what do you not want me to exceed? And she said, I don't know, Kim. What do you think's a good number? I was like, well, I'm not giving you a number. So she gave me a number. And I'll give you the number in a minute, but my sister's here, and they're passionate about special needs and trees, and we're gonna embarrass my brother-in-law, Scooter. Yeah. So I'm gonna let him speak.
Here's your check for payroll. There's your $30,000.
Well, there you go. So,
You made me cry already.
Scooter made you cry. So, thank you. Hey, look at that. Thank y'all. So $30,000 from Teresa and Scooter. Thank you. So your payroll's covered. And so this goes. So I looked at last year's numbers. Now, what are we doing? So last year, so we're on the board. We got Mr. Doug over here. We're all on the board, and we're sitting there. Everything that was given last year went to pay off the building. And so I'm always worried. I'm like, listen, everybody's given to pay off the building. They're going to hear the building's paid off, and then they're not going to want to give anymore because they think the job's done. Well, tonight, the job's never done because each individual up here that spoke, God's in them got a plan for each and every one of them that was up here. And when we clap, God, this is a God thing. Because when this started, I didn't know Michael and Tempa. I didn't know how to lead a small group at Graystone. So if you shout out to Jonathan, small groups work.
They change your life.
Because Michael and Tempa was in my first small group, and that's when I first heard about special needs and treats. And it just touched my heart. And the entire group prayed for them. Miracles happened. And next thing you know, our small group is painting an interior of a place down in downtown Lawrenceville. And it's been incredible ever since. But it's been a struggle sometimes. We've had board meetings where we just about thought we were shutting down. And then God helps. He brings people that know how to raise money. Thank you, Jim and Melinda Hollingsworth, for the Path Project.
Yes.
They taught us how to raise money because all I did for 2 years was go, you need to get out, Mike. You need to go do something and raise this money. That's what we do in life. Mike's like, I don't know what to do. So
I don't sound like that.
he did sound like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do that. But this gala has been tremendous, and they do a great job. But you can see the workers make the difference. So our challenge is tonight, whatever is given, they don't count, by the way. Anybody at this table does not count. So, but we're going to double everything you get tonight.
Awesome. Wow.
Up to $100,000.
Oh.
There you go. Well, that's not me. That's Mr. Clyde. So everybody see him. But if you go over 100,000, we'll find a way to make up the difference. So y'all, please give, because if you ever go in special needs and treats, it is a treat. And the people up here, they love y'all. They love the thing. When I first started going, I didn't think I had to check in. I just thought I could walk around the counter. And they're like, "What were you going?" I was like, I'm going to see Michael. Now I come in and they go, he's back there. So we love you and we thank you. And y'all are a blessing to the community.
Thank you. I have nothing else to.
And I'm supposed to follow up with that? Like I'm supposed to close out after that? That's what's happening right now? Woo, all right.
Yes, please. Wow. Never cease to amaze, but also I know where it comes from because your mama told us. And real quickly, one thing that happened with us when Kim was talking about a struggling time was we got the building opened, we got opened up and started. I called the board and I said, spent all the money on renovations and getting opened. All the credit cards are maxed out. There's no cash flow. I don't know if we're going to make payroll next week. And the board got together and said, well, we need to get involved. We've never had a gala. How do we do that? And then our first gala came. But in that interim, Miss Sandra came in and she said, I need to see your books. Just like Rob. Let me see what you're doing and where you need to be doing it right. And I'm not saying this to say that, but that's what I do. I'm a numbers guy. And we sat together, shared, and Miss Sanders said, well, here's what you're going to need to get to the gala. To make sure your bills are covered, to make sure your credit cards are handled, and to get it done. And it's no interest, no payments. Just when you get the money started, you can pay us back what you can when you can. We paid back a good portion, and then at that gala, they were moved to forgive it again and forgave the remaining portion. And then, Miss Sandra giving Mr. Clyde permission to give the $100,000 challenge to pay off the building. Scooter and Teresa, when we talked about the waiting list, the power of 184 for 3 years rolling and doing that. And then tonight, small groups change your life. Here's the tears again, brother. But
stop looking over at him.
Your family is amazing. But I know, and what I was starting to say is Miss Sandra, when she told Miss Tempa, and maybe you should share that because she told it to her directly and said it to me, was what did she say to you when in one of these times that we've been embraced by your love?
Well, Miss Sandra had invited me over to her house along with a couple other ladies, and it was the beginning of the year, and we normally fast at the beginning of the year. So she invited me, and they had, drinks and snacks, and I said, well, I'm sorry, Miss Sandra, I can't do that because I'm fasting. And she said, no, that's fine, that's fine. And when she called me, she said, well, I have a little project. And so I literally grabbed a notebook and my calendar, and I'm going to Miss Sanders' house because I'm like, I don't know what she's getting ready to ask me to do. But it was a pleasure to go, and she handed me an envelope and a card, and I opened it, and it had a $100,000 check in it. And I almost fell off her sofa. And she grabbed me, and she patted me, and I'm just a-bawling, and she said, honey, she said, it's okay. She said, it's not mine anyway. She said, it all belongs to God. And she said, I know. And she said, I am just doing with it what he's telling me to do. And that made my faith grow even more and more and more. And it's just amazing. And I also don't want people to think, I don't care if you're given a $100,000 challenge or you are giving us $1. Every dollar that comes in makes a difference to us, and we appreciate everything that comes in and everything that you guys have done for us. And I don't know if you have anything else to say, but
anybody else want to see the books? Please feel free. I'm transparent. It's all God's anyway. Come and look, Miss Tina. I know we have to start our financial audit next week. I love you. Thank you for helping us. So, I am going to get off the stage and let Spencer take care of things.
Well, I know, let's.
I definitely would. I know you'd probably do it, but I want to pray.
Yeah.
Heavenly Father, I just praise you and thank you for giving us this opportunity to do what we do. That you are always faithful, that you provide to us just enough, just in time, and you always find a way when we don't think there's a way. And I never saw myself doing this when I was trying to go in the rat race in the corporate world to get more toys, to get more money, fancier vacations, and all that crazy stuff. But Lord, I get to experience something that you just can't buy. And that's every day I get to work with some amazing individuals that just teach you and show you what's truly important. I praise you for this evening. I praise you for everything you've done for us, everything you're going to do for us, and just the awesome journey that we've been on. I pray that you would bless each and every person here this evening, keep them safe, protect them, and no matter what they give, that they're blessed tenfold, because you challenge us in that as well. And no one can outgive you. And I just am so thankful for this church, for my pastors, the entire staff and team, all the people here tonight, but most of all, for your son Christ dying on the cross for mine and everyone else's sins. So I pray that also, if there's anyone here tonight that does not have that, this could be a testimony, could be a show of faith, that we walk on faith. And faith has brought us here. So I praise you and thank you for everything, my Lord. You are my Lord and Savior. It's in Jesus' precious and holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Let's give him a hand. Thanks, brother man. Give him a hand one more time. Hey, I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to follow this up, but I do want to say this. You kind of stole my prayer thing, but that's cool, man. No, it's a 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God does not give us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power and love and self-control and self-discipline. And I just want to say thank you guys for being disciplined to follow Christ's call in your life, for loving those that God has called you to love, and for following and relying on the Holy Spirit's power to do this kind of work, man. So thank you guys again for that. But I want to end on a big loud bang, because here's the deal. We have, all right, listen, we've got 4 more gift cards real quick. Actually, Chris Wheeler, you got the other what's it called? Scavenger hunt. Let's go, Chris Wheeler. Woo! All right, so that's for you. $100 gift card right there. And I've got 4 gift cards that I'm not going to auction them off for the sake of time, because I know everyone's got to get home to their kids. 2 of mine are pawned off tonight, so I might sleep a little bit, which is cool. Thank you, grandparents. But hey, I've got 4 gift cards, and they're of different values. But I want to ask this real quick. I want to say, will somebody give me $500 a piece for each of these? So if you'll give me $500 for one of these, just throw a hand up real quick, because I know that we can get rid of these real quick. There's 1, there's 2, I got 2 more, I got 2 more, I got 2 more. Give me 1 more, 2 more. Where we at? I love it. Right there. Give me 1 more. 1 more. I got 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Boom. Right there. All right. Hey, that's it. That's it. Right there. Thank you guys so much for what you do, man. Come up here, grab one of these cards. Thank you guys. Y'all have a blessed, awesome night. Thank you, Michael and Tempa.
One quick